Welcome to Greenview Studio. This is a part of Center eConcept design. We are mainly into making online lectures.
Okay.
So it was started in 2013.
Okay.
It's mainly because of the certificate courses which we want to give the students because they have to stay back after their class hours.
Okay.
So we thought it would be better to give online. So a portion of it was made online, so they could watch it from their houses or like some library maybe.
It's actually a great support for the students, those who are staying away from Bangalore city.
Yes,
and
brother.
Even for all over India, students were attending or?
No, it was actually meant only for our students,
Our students,
who had
okay.
taken up the certificate courses.
Okay.
Because those days it was not allowed because it was regular classes,
Classes.
which was not supposed to be online.
Okay.
UGC never had a policy like that. So
Okay.
if you make it online, it was not possible. So since certificate courses was our own, we had the freedom to do that one.
Okay.
Later we tried to train all the faculties based on this one so that they'll be creating more courses. But then faculties were very busy, so it was very difficult for them. But we trained most of the faculties.
Okay.
So we used to call by batches and we used to train them.
But after training them, did they, in each department or each subject, did they prepare any videos?
Yes,
for
they did. We have done more than 1,000 videos
Oh, great.
across the campus.
Okay.
So they have come up. And it was like at least one video they had to do.
Okay.
So after the training. So
Okay.
one trial they do, then after that they do a proper one.
Okay.
So more than 1,000 videos we have created.
It's all documented here. It's available even
It is
now?
available. In YouTube, around 500 plus videos are available.
Okay.
Which it's based on the subjects and all those things. So from different streams, like even engineering, we have certain practical videos which we have shot in the workshops,
Okay.
and that is also available.
That is a very important for the students. Those who
Yes,
are learning
Father.
things.
Yes,
Okay.
Father.
Very good.
And now because like even UGC is after the COVID, even UGC realized the importance of online teaching. So even UGC is promoting online learning.
Okay.
So now we are actually moving into the MOOC courses, like massive
Even
online.
Before continuing with that program,
Yes, sir.
during the COVID time, how did you manage with the studio and all that?
During COVID, since no one are allowed to move around, no one could come here. So actually, we didn't make use of the studio. But the faculties, up to certain extent, they would have had a better experience in terms because they have already faced the cameras.
Yeah.
So maybe it would have helped them at least a bit.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
first time in front of the camera, they'll be like very much afraid because they're not meant for that one. In the classroom, they can do everything, but when it comes to the camera, they'll be like very much conscious.
Confident and
Because of this, they had some confidence, I believe.
okay.
So that, but during COVID, they were at home itself. They were doing live from home.
Okay.
But then after that, I think they realized the importance of online teaching. So now they are promoting it.
Okay.
And because of that, now actually we are moving into massive online courses.
Okay.
And this year we have identified 8 faculties who have come up, and we are making full-fledged courses on specific subjects.
That
So
is
it will be a
also
full
online?
course. Yes,
Online course.
Online courses,
Okay.
and it will be credit-based.
Okay.
And we are even trying to get in touch with platforms like Coursera, edX, and Swayam,
Okay.
and trying to put out videos there.
Do you
Not just
arrange
us.
any course on media itself? Any online courses for certification or degree?
Online we don't have. During COVID, actually we from us and we did one course on photography,
Okay.
but that was like online,
Okay.
not in the studio. That again I had to do it from home
Okay.
because I couldn't travel.
You were not actually allowed to
Yes.
come out.
We at times even bring industry experts from outside,
Okay.
and we do interviews. So the faculties will decide. So if they can get someone from outside, they'll come and do an interview with them. So that will be like an input for the students. So those, because these people we may not get always.
on
And
time we may not be
yes,
present. Yeah.
and this is like a repository which we can use it forever.
Yeah.
So we bring them over here, do the interview. That will also be edited. We use 3 cameras for that one.
Okay. Okay.
We'll record, edit, and put it
During
on.
the interview, will the students also will be present here or
No,
not?
because most of the times when they come, students will have classes.
Okay.
So we don't disturb them.
Okay.
Anyway, this is available. Anyone can watch it.
Yeah,
So we just record it and keep, and then they can watch it
Means the
anytime.
discussions are not there. Their input only we have taken.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That is good.
But otherwise, media studies students, they are interning with us right now. They even do one interview every week. They are supposed to in one semester.
Okay.
Batch-wise, they'll come and do the interview to know how the whole process is happening. So they have to do it themselves. We just support them.
Yeah.
So they have to do the recording. They have to edit it and put it. So
At present, how many students are studying here in the media section?
media studies around 100 are there. I think they have two sections.
All are from central India or from
It's-
southern India.
No, it's all diverse.
Okay. From anywhere, any
anywhere
parts of
yes.
India, actually. We are actually planning to have a program in Jagdalpur, also Chhattisgarh.
Okay.
A media center going to be open. So
Okay, that's good.
I would like to know some students are ready or not to come and work over there or not.
That I think you can speak with the department. Because this is not for the students.
Okay,
This is
okay.
actually meant for the faculty.
It is actually a separate.
Yes, it's a center. It's
yeah.
meant for the faculty. So we train the faculty actually, not the students.
Okay.
Because from all over all the departments, they'll come over here, so faculty, and we won't be able to cater if we get into the students side of it.
Okay.
But still, the media studies students are allowed to intern with us. So right now around 10 of them are interning with us. But otherwise also, if they come, we'll try to help. We'll give our inputs. Studio they cannot make use of, other than like weekly once they can use for. One is a podcast and another one is an interview.
Yeah.
That's called the Christ interview, C interview.
Yeah.
So these are things which students do here from media studies,
Okay.
just to get a hands-on experience.
Okay.
But otherwise, sometimes even from MSW, they'll ask for training in terms of documentary filmmaking, because that is required for them for
Yeah.
MSW. And sometimes from MBA, they'll come asking for creating video resumes.
Yeah.
So all these things we'll help them out.
Okay.
We'll do a workshop.
Can you explain how much expenditure you have to spend for making this studio? And
Overall expenditure will be too high, but
Okay.
initially it was around 1.5 crores.
Okay.
Because
What are the requirements for the opening
main
of it?
thing expenses will come to. One is the soundproofing, because soundproofing is very important. Otherwise a lot of issues will be there in terms of sound.
Yeah.
Right? That is very important. Then comes the lighting,
Okay.
and again it can cut down on the cost,
Yeah,
because
that's
it
true.
depends
That is
on your
true.
requirement.
Yeah.
So if you want to spend so much, for example, if you just keep 2 lights, that is enough. But we have the kind of lights, it's
For all purposes.
yes.
Yeah.
So for that, if you want that kind of a setup, then the cost will go high, because each lights will cost around 45,000.
Okay.
So that itself, the cost will go high. Then the cameras which you use. If you want, you can use a mobile phone also.
Yeah.
You can use DSLRs, or you can use professional video cameras.
Okay.
So based on this, again, the cost will vary.
Yeah.
And we can go for a normal video camera, a handy cam or something like that. Since the lights are sufficient, maybe you can even do with the normal handy camera also. So it's all based on your budget, how much you can increase it. Then what about the facilities?
And also depends on the requirements.
Yes,
which
of
we are
course.
going to, whom we are going to produce.
Yeah, that's true. And if it is just one person, you don't need much of an area.
Yeah.
A small space is enough.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like if you want to have maybe like a classroom kind of setting, then you need more space. So based on our requirement, how many people are going to be there, all those things, the lighting and then the area all matters a lot.
Okay.
Then if you're using green screen or something like that for chroma keying, so later what happens is like when you're
Change
editing
the-
it, you
yeah.
can change the backdrop.
Background, yeah.
So if that is something that you're looking for, then you have to think about this kind of setup. Then you need to have lighting for that one.
Okay.
So all those things come into picture. Then again the editing. How are you going to edit it? So other than the manpower and their expenses, you need to have good systems, because this cannot be done in normal systems. If you try to even install the softwares, for example, if you take DaVinci Resolve, you have even a free version.
Okay.
But even that you cannot install in a normal system.
Okay.
So you need to have a higher end system. So there itself the cost will go high.
Actually, it hangs actually. It
Yes,
costs lots.
and
More
it may not
graphic
even
system, yeah.
yes, it may not
Then
even
a
install.
support, yeah.
So that is a
That
thing.
is true.
Then again, like about the sound quality. Now you can even go for an inbuilt microphone.
Okay.
The cameras usually will have an inbuilt microphone. You can make use of that one, or you can invest on good microphones.
Separate.
Separate mics. The quality will be better.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you're
And
using
things will be also audible for everybody.
yes,
It is clear.
it will be clear. So the clarity will be there, the sound quality will be there. And if you're using a DSLR and if you're holding it and trying to take the audio directly from that mic, even the cable, your hand holding, like sometimes you hit somewhere, when that sound will be captured.
Yeah.
So an external mic will avoid all those things.
Okay.
So then you have to think about external mic.
Yeah.
Then you have mics from 800 rupees,
Okay.
a lapel mic.
Yeah.
So that also you can use. But then if you want still higher quality, then you have to spend a lot. There are microphones which will cost around 25,000. So here the cost will vary. So
Which
based on-
system you are using? It is Microsoft or
we are using Apple systems.
Apple system.
Yes. So again, in terms of efficiency, there's no much of a difference these days. It depends on how much you spend.
Okay.
So you cannot compare a 20,000 PC with 1.5 lakhs
Okay.
Macintosh system.
Yeah.
So if you spend that 1.5 lakhs for a PC, Microsoft based, then you will get maybe better than this.
Okay.
So even the people who are working on it, they like which OS they are familiarized with, all those matters.
Okay.
So if you are having someone who is already working in Mac systems, then you have to think about a Mac system, or you need to have a standardized one. So from there onwards, everyone
Which
should be able to
software we are using, DaVinci Code or?
we are using two softwares. We are using FCP, that is Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut.
That is for Mac systems alone. Then even now we are trying to shift to DaVinci Resolve, because that can be used either whether it is Mac systems or Windows systems. So
color
and color grading is amazing in
DaVinci
Resolve.
That is a positive thing. Okay. Some other additional things we'll have to take care of the studio establishing.
Main thing you have to think about is a soundproofing. That is very important, and the lighting, because these two, and also the audio.
Okay.
So these are very much important. Plus the equipment.
Regarding accommodation of the people, how many can be accommodated? That
Depends on the space. Yes.
Yeah,
so then you have to.
What will be the? I mean, it's actually meant for a group of students going to be trained in media.
Okay.
Then it's becoming like a classroom.
Yes, they need to. But then while recording, it is always advisable not to have a crowd like that. Okay. It will disturb the entire atmosphere. But for showing, it's fine. If everyone comes, also it's fine.
They may be part of the interview system.
Yes, but it is better to have a small group, so they'll get hands-on experience. Okay. But otherwise, if they'll crowd, then they won't get anything from that one. So if they have to operate the camera, so it's always better to have one-on-one thing.
Okay.
So having a large space and everyone coming together and standing and watching, they won't even know what is happening.
That is true.
So it is always better to, because these are all skill-based and practical things. So it is always better to have a small group. So here what we do is like in each group there will be around 4 to 5 of them.
Okay.
And they'll have complete thing like from pre-production to post-production. So they'll have roles like who is going to be a script writer, one who is be like if you have 1 or 2 cameras, then who will be manning the camera, so the camera person. Okay. They'll have their roles specified. Okay. So they'll get to use that one or do that one. So that way they'll get that kind of an exposure. Otherwise, if the entire crowd will come, if there is around 20 to 30 students, they'll come together and stand over there. They won't get how things work. So it's always better to have hands-on experience.
Oh, that is true. That is a nice point. And actually, we are also thinking of giving training for the teachers, those who are learning in B.Ed section and all, okay. For teaching how to make use of the media.
Yes, that is amazing, because now everything is shifting towards online. Even the UGC is also looking for that. So it's a really great initiative because they really require it. Later, they'll find it difficult, and they might even be may not fit in over there if they don't know all these things. So it is always better to have, especially for teaching this thing. So for that, one thing is like if you are setting it up, then you can do it there itself. Okay. Otherwise, you can collaborate with studios like this, and you can have a one-day training or something like that. So they'll come to know how to do that one. So until it is established, because even that might take time. So until it is established, and if you want to start off immediately, maybe you can collaborate with some other studios like this, where they can come and get a training to know the complete process. And once it is set, maybe you can even invite someone to come and collaborate, and maybe one-day training, so they'll get to know the whole process.
Okay. I think, is it mandatory for all the educational institutions to have a computer lab like this and a studio like this?
As of now, it may not be mandatory. That is very much important, because now it's a digital world. Yeah. It's not like before. Yeah. Now even kids are born in the digital world. Okay. So this is what they are looking for. Okay. So for that reason, I think this will be a great initiative. Yeah. It is a must, and many schools are actually starting up. They have their own studios nowadays.
Very good. And I think we need your support.
Sure, always.
Okay. Guidance and support.
Sure.
That is very good. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.